My story began when I was 5 years old. That's when I got adopted, and it kind of unraveled then.
When I was 8 years old, my dad would abuse my mom. He would also abuse me.
I grew up in foster care from 5 to 15, and so I kind of spent my life searching somewhere I can fit in and like to feel loved.
Everyone has a story.
I would say my life was filled with anger, disappointment, just like feeling like I didn't belong really anywhere. I loved my kids, but that was like the only type of like love that I had.
There was a lot of abuse, physical, sexual, mental abuse. I've been hungry. I've been starved. I have starved.
I had a fiance, and he was really abusive. I would try and cover it up, but then I started abusing him.
Many stories are full of pain.
I didn't feel loved. I didn't feel like nobody wanted me. I didn't have any stability.
So I kind of ended up staying in a relationship instead of getting out.
Yeah, I hurt him several times. One time I stabbed him.
Some stories seem hopeless.
It got really bad. I was staying with my mom, and my children would actually sleep on the couch, but I would pick the floor because I'd rather for my kids to be more comfortable than me.
I kind of felt like God wasn't there, like helping me.
Nowhere where when I was younger, no one introduced me to Christ. I may have went to church, but no one told me Jesus Christ died for you. I didn't get that.
But then there's the turning point.
Finally, I was like, I can't keep doing this because I have a daughter and I have a son, and I wouldn't want them to grow up to be like this or even have to deal with anything like this.
If I told you my story, you would hear hope that wouldn't let go.
I really didn't have nowhere to go. I didn't have any friends. I didn't have nowhere to go. And someone told me about Joy House, and I gave them a call. And since that day I came into Joy House, my life has changed tremendously.
If I told you my story, you would hear freedom that was won for me.
I was just praying to God, is there any way where I won't have to go back? I would have to leave everything and start over, but is there anything I could do where I don't have to go back, basically? My sister told me about Joy House, and I called, and I came.
For 25 years, Joy House has been a place for women like these to write new chapters in their life story. Through the New Life program at Joy House, women not only have their basic needs for food and shelter met, but they're given the tools needed to move forward from their past.
I actually thought that I was a failure because I had to come here. But when I did get upstairs in Joy House, it was something that I didn't even imagine. It was beautiful. I hadn't slept in the bed for 9 months. I was able to sleep in the bed.
I found God. Like, that's to me is the best part. Like, they help me know who He is. I can be forgiven of my sins, and just everything about Him I learned. And I'm just so grateful for that. I am. I'm so glad that I've been at Joy House to experience that, to get to know God, because I didn't know Him.
Tell you my story.
The 6 to 12 month Fresh Start Transitional Living Program for women and their families brings the additional support and training the women need to ensure long-term success in their new lives. From Christian discipleship to in-depth parenting and job training classes, the Fresh Start program for women offers them the kind of practical education and tools they can use to move forward with dignity and confidence.
Joy House helped me with stability with my kids. They gave me all these tools to use for the real world when I go out there on my own that, again, that I still use.
I was able to save, keep saving more, and kind of like get my thoughts together, my goals, and everything I wanted to do. I was able to move into my own place. Some of their staff was able to assist me with moving. As of today, I've grown a relationship with God, and I'm like seeking Him more.
I went through the classes. I learned how to love and trust again. Because of what I learned today, I'm working at Joy House, and I'm able to share with the women my story.
I am ready to tell the world how God has helped me tremendously with the Joy House. I've never felt love like this before, ever. So to feel that, you can't help but to tell the world about that. Like, I'm excited. Who don't get excited when they're talking about the Lord, because He pulled you out of something and now you're totally different than where you was. Yeah, that's God.
This is my story. This is my song, praising my Savior all the day long.